Do you have a black garbage bin at your home? Get ready for your utility bill to go up. City Council passed a motion to move waste funding to your utility bills from your property taxes. It was not a unanimous decision. The motion read that the administration proceed with the implementation of a waste utility funding model for curbside organics and black bin garbage programs. Those in favor? Councillors Gersher, Lowen, Block, Curtin, Goff, and Mayor Clark. Those against? Councillors Jeffries, Dubois, Donauer, Davies, and Hill. Here are some of their comments.
So my motivation in bringing this forward today and not, 1 or 2 years into the future is that we're about to start rolling this program out. We have an opportunity to reduce the indicative rate, which is causing a lot of pressure across the corporation and in the community. And that's my motivation in bringing this forward today. I recognize these are not ideal circumstances, but I don't want to let the perfect be the enemy of the good here in terms of having an improved outcome, both from a property tax perspective and from a service delivery perspective for residents.
To hold off on making this change, that we can do it into the future, and we've heard from Ms. Gardner that that's possible. And we can do it when we know what all the costs actually are. We have no idea what the total cost is going to be for the affordability, for any form of incentivization. We don't know that yet. And I like to make decisions based on good data and good information, and we don't have that information at this point. What we do know is how much this costs on the property tax. Now, I said last time when we debated this that there are a number of my residents in Ward 1 that will have to decide between garbage or groceries to feed their family. And no matter what we come up with an affordability program, it's still going to be a concern. The shift to a utility puts a substantial burden on individual households and those lower income households.
We're still looking at this in a way that ultimately for most residents will increase the cost to them directly, whether it's via their taxes, the property taxes paid on their residential property, or through a utility bill. Fact is that this increases costs directly paid by residents and owners of residential properties. That hasn't changed, and that was my reasoning or some significant reasoning behind my point of view previously, and is still underpinning my reasoning for supporting my vote 3 years ago.
While this was not an easy decision either of the other 2 times we debated it, and I don't take it lightly, I am going to be consistent with my previous support for a utility model for a few key reasons. One, I do have concern about affordability, and some of that concern for affordability extends to folks who don't get this service. And my intentions for the details around that will remain consistent insofar as there being an affordability program that goes along with it, and that we use it as an opportunity to maximize diversion.
With the information that I have, I really don't see how how we will maximize diversion. That has not been made clear to me that would happen with the utility. But as has been said, we don't have all of the information. Even after all of these years, we don't have the information. I feel uncomfortable saying your taxes are going to be lower, but we forgot to mention that you're going to have a utility charge for organics along with the utility charge for water and wastewater. And sorry about that, you're going to actually be paying more in the long run. I'm just not comfortable with that.
I think we've provided information at different points very clearly to residents about how this will have an impact. And you're right, Councillor Dubois. It's while it reduces the property tax, it does lead to a utility charge. I will be supporting this on the understanding that we've had extensive debate and discussion as a community on this.
Really? Did you know that you will be paying more in the long run for organics and garbage collection because of a shift to utility funding? Contact your councillor and tell them to keep the solid waste funding on your property tax.